Okay, so today what we are going to study is the depth and the expanse of infotypes. There are like numerous and infinite number of infotypes that we have. And for that, what we'll do, we'll just go for this transaction, SM30 T582A, T582A, find maintenance dialog. Okay. Infotypes list personnel administration. Personnel administration. This meant display. Okay, so we'll have these many infotypes. As we can see over here, basic pay 0008, most famous. And in this, there are settings, there are configuration controls that can be changed if we do actually understand how these are designed. For example, time constraint, if you look at it. Now, time constraint, we discussed yesterday, there can be overlaps or no overlaps, or record may include gaps, no overlappings, and things like that. Selection with start. Record with valid days between entry date. Between entry date and CPU date. Okay. Now these settings.
Unable to understand the settings. Can you please elaborate about everything in general attributes, just selection and
Basically,
everything?
this is where you actually set the features of your info types. Now, in basic pay, of course, you will record and register the salaries or the wages of the employees. And it's basically these tables that are working at the back end of this info type. So info type in itself is just what? A placeholder, but it's the tables that are operating and control the basic pay info type and dictating the info type. So we have settings over here for the screens, how it will actually look like. And these are a little bit technical for the ABAP consultants, but for us, it's features like this, these attributes, time constraints, where it can have gaps or not, okay? Or how we can actually save this info type, as it said that this can be saved from the CPU date and the entry date, how you can actually modulate these info types. So there are many info types. The purpose here is to see how many info types do we have. For example, we have this power of attorney. If you look at this again, there are tables to be seen which dictate the info types. So these tables will have the fields and the records to dictate 0030 powers of attorney, and we can use this in the master data. So info types are basically used in the master data. Like we have appraisals, communication, garnishments. Info type is used in the range of personnel administration. Okay. And we have benefit plans like 0167. For example, 016. Now these are universal. 0167 health plans, insurance plans. Then we have 0211. 0211 is basically beneficiary in case of divorce, the alimony, or in case of death, who will be the beneficiary for the assets to be distributed, the dependents, the spouse, that is, and what is the abbreviation? Consolidated Omnibus Reconciliation Act. Okay. Garnishment documents. Now, garnishment documents is when if the employee is in a legal battle, okay, what will be the settlement percentages? Everything is basically documented and it's established through these info types. Basic pay, we've already seen that. Okay, let's go and check PA30. Okay, personnel 200, enter. Okay. We have recurring payments. We don't have an info type recurring payments right now. We've just had some very basic. Okay. If you want to see the recurring payments, SM30, maintain 0014, recurring payments and deductions. Okay. Now again, you can actually have a look what tables are basically functioning at the back end. Okay. Then we have info types for additional payments. The range of info types, I explained this earlier, that from range 0 to 099, it's personnel administration and benefits. 10 to 19 is organizational management. 20299 is time management, then recruitment, then custom info type. Now, if you want to look at custom info type, let's have a look. We don't have any custom types made on this system. Okay. 4 is recruitment. Anything related to recruitment will be in the 4,000 range. Okay. What kind of taxation? For taxation, of course, we have features like state, district tax, city tax, and for taxation, I guess 207. 2007. Attendance quotas, taxation. It's missing somewhere, but that will be an info type somewhere used in the payroll. Okay. 0 to 1 is family members, or 0207. Yeah, taxation is work 0207. Work tax, withholding tax, employment, unemployment state. This is again another info type that we'll incorporate in our payroll. Okay. 0 to 1 is family members and dependents. Let's go to SPRO. Personnel management global settings. Okay, personnel management, global settings, and personnel management. Organizational management, basic settings, maintain number ranges, maintain number ranges. So we have a number range over here and maintain number range. Intervals. Now these intervals will be used to maintain your master data. Okay. Organizational info types SM30. Okay. SM30. And we have T7. T777I. Okay. Info types T78T. Maintain. So these are organizational management info types. 1000 to 199. Department, cost planning, standard profiles. Now this is what HCM consultant will be working on. For example, let's say a room reservation. Time constraint. Time constraint will be overlapping or no gaps. Info types per object type. Okay. And this is a little bit technical, but of course you'll get the hang of it once we start configuring the info types in lectures ahead. So that was it for today.